A nigga like me, man.
Oh, yeah.
I love the game.
Yeah.
I love the hustle, man.
Y'all know what time it is.
You know a nigga got dough.
You just tuned in to the most exclusive podcast in the city, in the state, in the space, out of space, in your face. Mogul moves on. Hey.
Gotta make me a meal a day.
Yeah.
See money is coming.
And we about to go up on this podcast. I got a legend in the building right now.
So I need a meal
a brother, a dear friend. We went to war together.
Gotta make me a meal a day.
Yeah.
See money is coming, then money.
And I got an exclusive story, man. Real exclusive story. We gonna go up.
Baby, I got some bills to
Yeah.
pay. So I need a meal a day.
Gotta give me a meal a day. Hey, yo, you just tuned in to the most exclusive podcast with your boy, Big D the Mogul, a.k.a. Shook Diddy, a.k.a. Illuminati Jack, a.k.a. Big Thanos, a.k.a. Heaven on Earth, a.k.a. Mr. IHOP, a.k.a. Dry Rub Shawty. Why? Because I'm good before the drip. I don't need no saucy on the dig. Hey, man. I got a real special treat for y'all today, man. I reached back, man, and got one of my brothers on here who gonna join us, man, and tell you an exclusive story. I know him as Omar Jacobs. Y'all might know him as Mr. Ofo, Mr., you know what I'm saying, broke the NCAA record for touchdown to interception ratio, you know what I'm saying, in the candidacy run for Heisman back in 2005, man. I'm going to give y'all a real exclusive, man. My brother going to come on here, man. They going to turn you up, man. Bowling Green in the building. But y'all know, before we get started, I got to do my business. Right now I'm shooting live. I mean, well, not live, but from Mogul Media Studios. Ever need a place, man, to record your next project, audio books, podcasts, any visuals, graphic design, man, please hit us up. You can go to the website, mogulmediastudios.com. Check me out. Follow me on Instagram at BigD_the_Mogul on Instagram, or follow the studio page also at Mogul Media Studios on Instagram. All that, man. Make sure that if you're watching this podcast on YouTube, please comment, click the subscribe button. If you're listening to it on Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, all of that, man, again, subscribe, share. I'm telling you, man, I'm going to bring the biggest moguls around the industry, from sports to music, everything we could think of, man, and try to just help elevate y'all, motivate y'all, but just give y'all real stories of people who elevated but have real testimonies, man. So that being said, I got my brother on here, Omar Jacobs, straight out of Florida, where the craziest people coming out, shooting up jambalaya. You know what I'm saying? Man, y'all wild out there, man. And before we get into the sports, man, how you been, bro? It's been a minute.
Man, just grinding, baby. You know, the same old grind. You know, take care of the little babies and just trying to give back when I can. That's the motto, and that's why, you know, most of us get put here, and that's our love.
Yeah, you said babies, man. How many kids you got, man?
Man, I got about 15.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I got three beautiful young boys. One 13, 4, and 2 in July.
Okay.
So,
how's fatherhood, man?
It's good, man, but it's also crazy, man. Sometimes you want to put them back in that thing, you know?
Yeah, I bet you do, man. You know me. I got my first boy, 3. Got a new one on the way. I don't know what it is yet. Find out next month, man. So big things popping.
Yeah, them 2, man. The one's okay, but them 2, they turn each other up. You like one want to turn down, the other want to turn up, and vice versa. That's where it come in at, because the one want to be chilling, and the other one like, nah, bruh.
Absolutely.
Turn up.
So,
that's it.
Man, I appreciate you coming on, man. I think you have an amazing story to tell. For those who don't know, Omar Jacobs, we call him Ofo, but if you go back and you Google the name, man, broke all types of NCAA records, you know what I'm saying, all type of Bowling Green records, passing, touchdowns, you know, like I said, touchdown to interception ratio, drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers, in the candidacy running for the Heisman. I mean, really helped put Bowling Green on the map. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We came in together, same class. And, man, I just want to give people a little bit of origin of your story, because, like I said, I got the exclusive. A lot of people, after you left Bowling Green, you know what I'm saying, didn't really get the story or your story or hear your side of what your journey has been, man. So I'm glad that you came on and willing to share that. But let's start from the origin. So where you from, man?
Delray Beach, Florida. right? It's in between West Palm and Fort Lauderdale, probably 15 minutes south of West Palm and probably 20 minutes north of Fort Lauderdale. Okay,
no problem, man. So what was it like growing up in Florida or Delray Beach?
Yeah, I mean, it, like any place, how they different type of backgrounds and different things going on. So I loved it. You know what I mean?
It's all good. No, you good, man.
Daddy, I can do this.
Okay, thank you. Take baby upstairs. Look, see? That's what I'm talking about.
That's how I go,
get ready
man.
To do something, so you get ready to do something. Say hello. Say hello. Everybody say hello. So this is the baby.
What's up, man?
That's the baby. And then the other one on the back of the chair trying to stand up and jump off of it. Come say hi to Mr. McCray. Come on. Say Big D. This is the other. This is the 4-year-old. You got snot all on your nose. You got it. Look. This is the 4-year-old.
What's up, man?
What's up?
What's up?
Oh, now he want to be on here.
What's up, man?
Yeah. Say hey. All right. Go back upstairs, mommy. Go.
I'll stay with you, Daddy.
God, Jesus, we see. Hey, go.
It's all good.
Go. Thank you. I'm sorry. Go, mommy. Go. Go, hurry up. You go, mommy. I guess. Man, you go. Go, mommy.
You gonna get the candy for me?
Mm-hmm. Yes, go, mommy. Take him with you.
Okay.
Thank you. All right.
It's all good, man. Fatherhood is a beautiful thing. And that's what I like about the podcast, bro, because I'm going to keep all of that in.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? I like to keep a lot of the informalness in the podcast, man. So, like, people seeing you real time, real father mode. Right. I want people to be able to see that, man. So don't worry about that. I like the informality of a podcast, man. It don't have to be perfect. So from Delray Beach, you know what I'm saying? Like, what was your upbringing like, man? Your household and
man, stay with grandma.
Yeah.
At first, and then I think stay with my grandma, my mom, my uncles until I was like 10.
Okay.
So we stayed right across the street from the church.
Okay.
So we were going to church. Couldn't miss it. You couldn't even miss church. So you had to wake up to walk right across the street.
Yeah.
So after church, the pastor sitting in the yard under the shade tree, just chilling, having lemonade type thing going on. But grandma was grandma, and my mom at that time, felt like I needed a father figure. Okay. And she got married to my stepdad when I was 10. Okay. Then we moved out of my grandma's house, until literally right around the corner, a block away. Okay. On 8th Avenue, grandma was on 10th Avenue. And so, then that journey started with a stepdad and my mom, and he was a stepdad. It was new. I was coming from grandma and loving environment to a new man trying to tell me how to be a young man, which I was never, accustomed to. And that's, you definitely gonna rebel and have your moments.
Absolutely.
With that situation. So from 10 to I think 18, they got divorced. So that time was a very time of my life where I was molding as a young man, and I didn't understand it because, like I said, who are you? You ain't my daddy. That's the same thing that we go through. But once you come out on the other side, you understand, and you start to do those things that he was telling you what you need to do as a young man.
Yeah.
So, and that's where I kind of determined where a kid should have his place in a relationship with a parent. It should all be separated, and certain things that should, those things. And even though him and my mom relationship was, didn't work out, and he was a very jealous dude. Yeah. I learned a lot as a man from him, and I can, luckily I had the ability to separate the two. Yeah. And not hold on to my mama. Oh, you did my mama wrong, X, Y, and Z. But that's y'all stuff, because just like you in your relationship, you're gonna have your kids. They're gonna be around.
Absolutely.
And, you try to keep things out of their sight, but it's going to happen. So, long as, there's a kid's place and then there's y'all place, it's going to be okay at the end of the day.
No doubt.
And he told me that, and I didn't understand it, but now I do, having my own relationships and my kids.
Okay, so like with your father and your mom. First, how your mom doing, man?
Man, you know, she thugging and grinding. You know, I couldn't find her when I was in college. She was happy when I left.
Yeah.
She teaching, and she taught at high school where I went to school at, and then now she's at the middle school where my son is at.
Okay.
My oldest, and she's spoiling him like crazy. Negro be getting out of class talking about he's sick. No, he ain't sick. They be trying to skip because he ain't turning homework in or something to that nature. I'm like, buddy, man, have sweet
finesse.
Sweet.
So I know we was talking off camera, which you got 3 boys. So you said one is with 13, then 4 and 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what looking at them playing sports, you know what I'm saying, where do you think they fitting in athletic wise, man? Are your genes kicking in?
My oldest son, he has the hand-eye coordination. He always had it since he was a young kid, like tracking the ball and catching the ball. Like he always had that, even throwing the ball accurately as a young boy, like 4 or 5 years old. And, you know, I knew he had it. And, you know, not being with his mom during that time, because I had him when I left college. And that was one of the reasons I kind of left college.
Yeah.
Because I had that going on. And a lot of people didn't know that. And so him being with his mom and getting him in every summer, every Christmas, every break I had tried, I had him.
Yeah.
So trying to mold him and see what he was going to be, I just would catch glimpses of it and not the everyday life. And that's the hard thing about being a distant parent, pretty much.
Absolutely.
So he has the hand-eye coordination, but right now he ain't got that dog that we need to, you know what I mean? I need that dog to come out of him. So, and that's why, you know, I asked for him. He came with me. When I told his mom, like, listen, he's going to be a young man. You had your time with him from baby birth to 5th grade. Yeah. I said 6th, 7th, 8th grade. I mentor young men too. Once I used to go back from college and came out of college. That's an important time for young men as growth to finding themselves and where they stand in their place in society and amongst their peers. Yeah. So I told her, like, I need him at that time because he gonna try you. Absolutely. Smelling yourself around 6th, 7th, 8th grade, like, I got it. Yeah. No, watch out, mama, because you gonna be taller than your mama, you're gonna be bigger than your mama, and you're going through hormonal stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So don't keep calling me talking about, hey, I already did this. Nah, send him down here. Let's see what we're gonna do when daddy get a hold to him. You feel me?
Man, shout out to that, man. Shout out to you and, you know what I'm saying, just black men, because sometimes as black men we get deemed as or I guess put the standard or people put the negativity on us that we not there for our kids and that, you know what I'm saying, we just having these babies out here and you know, leaving a lot of single mothers, man. So kudos to you, man, really stepping up as a, you know, a kid in college, man, having a kid young and still holding down your responsibilities, man. That's definitely inspiring and what's good for people to see and know that black men, we're more than just athletes. We're more than just, you know what I'm saying, a specimen, you know what I'm saying, that we really care about our families and we really work to inspire other, man. So that's dope that you working out and working with other kids, man. So, and then what about the other two?
Man, they little monsters right now. I don't know what they gonna be, but I was speaking with you earlier, you know, we were trying to say, you know, you try to, you know, from being around sports and being around different individuals, you learn certain traits and certain qualities of people. Absolutely. And kids and different things. So when I look at my oldest son, he has like a reclusive type of thing, like he's a basketball guy. Yeah. So I never push football on him because he don't have that mentality. Yeah. Like you gotta have some nuts and something about you to go play football.
Absolutely.
And he ain't got that, at least right now. I can't say he may develop it as he get older, bigger. Some people bloom late. Yeah. But my 4-year-old I just seen, he's OC. He just like, he remind me of Rick Dozier. You know, just running everywhere, just crazy to hit anything, jump into anything. I seen him run into the oven just to run into it. Like, what are you doing? Dude, like, man, listen, boy, I need some of that bread out your pockets, boy. You gonna break this oven.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like, so I know he he has that football mentality. He has the football build because he built more like me.
Yeah.
My older son is slender and built like his mama.
Okay.
The baby, the 2-year-old, he's long, so he has a basketball build, but he used to fight with his brothers, so I don't know what he gonna do. I might have to put him in MMA or something. Yeah. He might be kicking niggas from a distance. You feel me?
No doubt, man.
So, but that's what I see for my kids. And as long as they developing and being mature, you know, my youngest one, he's more mature. He don't get in trouble. He an IB, you know, hooping.
Yeah. And
then baby, you know, they pick up stuff from other places. He come home, said a cuss word. I'm like, what? Where you got that from? knowing the mom be cussing, I cuss sometimes. I try not to cuss around them. But you know, you just discipline and tell them what's wrong and basically coach your kids. You coaching your kids, basically.
Absolutely.
And just, you know, when they do things wrong, you know, you might have to get in their face this time and then coach them up next time. If they keep doing it wrong, then you're going to keep getting punished.
Yeah. So, like, you know, being that, you know, and we're going to touch on this in a little bit, but going through the levels of football that we played, and we know how taxing it can be on the body, and we know, even more so, we know the politics takes precedence over pretty much everything. Do you want your kids to play football?
I want them to do what they love.
Okay.
And I tell you, like, that's like, I had an opportunity to play baseball, but I didn't love baseball.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go hit 115,000 balls. I didn't want to do that. That wasn't exciting. Even when I did play, I wanted the contact. I wanted the aggression. You know, what I'm supposed to be on second base to my, hey, I'm finna run you over. No, I can't run you over on second base. Like, I'm finna steal his base. It's really kind of an individual thing instead of a team game, and you're not really competing so much against other people. You're really competing against yourself in baseball.
That's deep.
Because it's you and the pitcher, and then you're coordinating with the other people on your team. But when it comes to, okay, me and this person throwing the ball, I got to hit the ball.
Yeah.
Then I got to go to the base and read my keys off of the pitcher.
Yeah.
Nothing really the other person really doing right now. If I want to steal the base, I have to do it myself.
Yeah.
If the coach give me a steal sign, I have to read the keys off the steal sign. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit more individual, and I didn't really care for that and do it that much. So I didn't want to put in the work. So that's why I came and played football. And that was why, because I liked the chemistry, I liked the aggression. You know, as I got older, I wanted to hit people. You know, it was hard for me to play quarterback sometimes because, you know, I wanted to take off running and run somebody over first play of the game. You know, you feel me? Like that was because truthfully, I didn't want to be a quarterback.
Wow. Okay, that's deep.
Like I pitched all the way through high school. I never played tackle football until high school.
And that's what I was about to ask you. So your story in a lot of sense is like mine. So you didn't play Little League at all?
Because we were too big, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Almost like, man, I'm not finna put you in this garbage bag and sit you in the car and make you lose 15 pounds just to weigh in and make weight. And then I was always, you know, with us, bigger boys, you know, we in 5th grade, we weighing 150.
Yeah.
Guess who weighing 150? 8th and 9th graders.
Big facts.
So it was like, she ain't really, you know, I was mad about it, but now that I understand it, but I was like, man, I'm trying to play football. But then I also was kind of nervous because these boys have been playing
for a while. Forever. Yeah.
And, you know, they cut me. I was sick one day and I guess it was the end of trials or whatever, and I was sick. And I came back, they were like, you know, we cut you. And
you can get cut in high school in Florida?
No, in Part 1. They cut me in Part 1.
Oh, shit. Like, wow. If you paid your money, I thought you would just play. So I say, if you paid your money, I thought you would just be able to play. That's crazy.
Man, they cut me, bro. I was cut from the Delray Rocks, and people don't know that, and people don't understand that, and so
you good, bro.
It was just it was crazy, and like I said, first I played baseball, basketball. I actually got a scholarship for tennis, bro. I played everything. Yeah.
That side to side agility. That's why you were so cold on the field, man. You had that side to side, the short shuttle. That's tennis. I had that boy right.
Tennis had it right. And the crazy thing about it, I was out there with Serena and Venus when they was younger.
Wow.
Yeah. I didn't know it, man. I used to see them, when I used to go play, because like summer camp, they would just take us out there and they seen how I played and they wanted to give me a scholarship. And I was like, man, ain't enough for us out there. You feel me?
Yeah. It feel kind of corny seeing a black dude. This dude play tennis.
Exactly.
It don't seem like that's a cool thing to do, man. Until somebody end up popping it off and because like golf, Tiger Woods popped that off, and all the people had their little black kids with golf clubs. So right.
But see, I couldn't understand that then. As a young man, I'm like, man, I'm not trying to go play tennis. I can't talk to nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Wasn't nobody out there for me to rap with and hang out with.
He's gonna be out there with them short shorts and some high tube socks on with some K-Swiss.
With the wristbands and the headband. Listen, I'm tired. So I played in a tournament, bro. I was so much better than this dude. But I just kept making unforced errors on myself because I knew he was so sorry. Like, I was, how they throw like how you get this sweet lob and you just want to dunk it so hard and hit the back of the rim? Yeah. That type of stuff. He was just throwing up lollipops. And I was trying to kill it and hit the net every time. I was so mad. I was like, I kind of lost it. That's like the worst thing. Even in sports or anything like that, it's the worst thing to lose to somebody that you know you're better than.
Absolutely.
That's the worst feeling in the world to me.
So, like, with football, being that since like I'm seeing like a parallel with our journeys coming into college, not playing little league, and really just start playing in high school. Do you feel like kids need to play tackle football before high school?
I'm partial to it because of the physicality that they can run into in high school. It can scare them. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they should at least taste it a little bit so they know what kind of to expect. Like, because if you're not naturally bigger like us, I think it was more easier for us to transition because we was bigger than some of the natural kids.
Okay.
So us running into other people, it felt like us running into each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it didn't really faze me.
Right.
It didn't hurt. But if I was a smaller person running into, because I started varsity my freshman year.
Okay.
And, getting hit by varsity dudes, bigger dudes, but I was just as big as them. You feel me?
Right.
Or at least as tall as them, weighing probably about 175, 180. That's a good size, whatever it is. Ain't too many people gonna be 270, 280 and coming in. So I felt like I did have a taste of it, but I was when we did like drills and stuff with the other people, because I wanted to be a DN.
Okay.
So I would go on the defense side and try to do that. But I wasn't. You got some dogs on your team when you're coming in.
Absolutely.
So I wasn't used to hitting somebody. We had a dude named Ryan Boggs, and he was like about 285, 290, and he was a Hofstra though, but he was a dog, and I was like running at him like, and I wasn't used to that physicality every day, and but my uncle, who was like, listen, bro, get your butt up off this ground and go play this quarterback. Because that's what I brought you out here to do, be a quarterback. And I ain't want it, but at the time, nobody wanted to be a quarterback. Like, we had athletes, but nobody really wanted to be a true quarterback. And when I went back there, it just kind of felt natural because I was a pitcher.
Yeah.
So I was naturally accurate with the ball and making good decisions. That's the type of dude I always was. So, I beat out a senior my freshman year. At quarterback, I was like, all right. And then the first game, I was like, holy shamoly, what I got myself into. Like, I never played. I'm playing the varsity football my freshman game, first game ever in pass. It was like it was a lot.
So at what point did you have that moment where you was like, you know what, I am good? Like, at what point you was like, oh man, this may be the ticket here?
I never thought it may be the ticket. I never thought about the ticket. I always, because I was humble, you know, I was too humble to think about it being a ticket. But I realized I was good like my junior year.
Okay.
Even though I made like, you know, these state rankings and all this county stuff, I didn't realize I was good until like my junior year when I started seeing every coach from every aspect, Big Ten, whatever, come see me and asking for me. And that's when I realized, like, dang. And then, like, you know, people were just coming to see me play. And that's when I kind of stepped out, like, dang, you know, wow, I must be kind of good. Yeah. And then I started to feel on the field when I, you know, was playing and, you know, running cats over and doing all this other stuff and it was, you know, making these great throws. I still didn't know how good I was, but I knew I was okay. I was straight.
So, like, so you had all these schools coming out talking to you. Big Ten, and you in the state of Florida, so you got University of Florida, you got Florida State, what you got? Central Florida, is that one? You got
Central Florida. Central Florida was there, South Florida, but the big one was my sophomore year. My sophomore year going to my junior year, because one of the dudes that used to go to Atlantic, Mike Rump, who was drafted in the first round by the 49ers, went to UM, and that's when they had Ed Reed, Buchanan, like they super dogs, and he was coming back telling me, bro, Miami wants you. Miami wants you. I'm like, what? Miami want me? It's when Butch Davis was there.
Okay.
So I actually went to the camp, and me and Butch Davis got like a picture together, like he's standing behind me saying, you know, when our next, like a prospect quarterback, like this is one of our dudes. I'm like, dang, bro, I'm gonna go to Miami. Like, once I went to that camp and as a sophomore and played well and showed out, and I thought I was going to Miami, truthfully. So all hands down.
So what do you think happens? How did you Bowling Green end up being the place, being that you're a top tier quarterback coming out of the state of Florida? Florida, unlike, you know, me coming from Michigan, really the two big schools, Michigan State. Florida, you got multiple top tier programs. How did you end up at Bowling Green?
Man, man, there's so many side stories and side things going, but I'm gonna give you the kind of brief version of that. Played well, went to the state semifinals my senior year. Every school in the nation still was coming, holler at me, whatever. Comes to the All-Star game, the first play of the All-Star game, I got horse collar and sprained my knee. First play, so I missed the rest of the All-Star game. So I'm thinking it's nothing. Okay, whatever, X, Y, and Z. So then I had offers from like Kansas State and a couple big schools, and I was supposed to go on these visits, and everybody dropped off the map. Everybody disappeared. I'm like, what's going on? Like, how? You know, I don't know if they thought I tore my ACL, and you know, I'm just like, what is going on? Like, how nobody's hollering at me no more? Like, what happened? And so I get ready to I want to take a trip to Kansas State because that was like the big school. I was like, Kansas State was talking real well. Miami dropped off because Butch Davis left.
Okay.
And I think Coker came in, but Coker didn't really come holler at me. Yeah. But Butch then was, you know, when he went to Cleveland, my Miami stuff kind of went away. And then I had the Big Ten schools. But like I said, once the knee thing happened in the All-Star game, everything just dissipated. So it was up in the air, like whoever first come, first serve type thing now. Yeah. So, you know, I was waiting on Kansas City to take a visit. They backed out. They canceled the visit twice. And next thing you know, it's like nobody's here. It's like, holy shucks. So then all of a sudden, Urban come down. It's Urban, it's Bowling Green, Buffalo, and FAU. Out of every school in the world, it's them three left.
Wow. And my brother was at FAU.
You're right.
Coaching D.
Right. So, but see, and I knew my mentality. I didn't want to get away from home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if I stayed around here, I'm like, I'm just gonna do the same old rigmarole. You know what I mean? Like that lifestyle. I didn't want that.
Absolutely.
So I went to Buffalo first.
Okay.
My mom came with me. So then we flew to Bowling Green right after that with Urban. And prior to that, when nobody was coming in, you know how Urban is. Urban came in and sat in the room and looked at the film, and he was like, wow. You know, he was just sitting there with a stale face, like, looking at my highlights, like, okay, wow. Son, do you love football? You know how you ask you those questions, you be like, yeah, I love football. Like, and he just looking through your soul, you be like, man, what's wrong with this cat, man?
Yeah, man.
Like, he not smiling, he not doing nothing. And he just like, you love football? I'm like, yeah, I love football. You sure you love football? I'm like, yeah, I think so. Like, I'm just kind of
like
baffled. Like, what is this dude saying? Like, then I say, I'm offer you a scholarship right now. I said, oh, okay. Like, thank you. Like, Bowling Green. I'm like, who are you? So I didn't pay no attention. So, like I said, they were still on the table. So when I took the trip, I met Coach Meyer, I met, the rest of the staff, and then really like Steve and Chuck and the rest of those boys kind of made it feel homey for me.
Yeah.
And and also my uncle staying in Columbus also kind of gave me a good feel too, because now he can bring me stuff and I can go to Columbus and just kind of chill if I need to get away, whatever I need to do in Bowling Green. And then my mama will feel comfortable coming to Ohio.
Yeah.
So that was the main decision for me going to Bowling Green, but I had nothing, bro. I mean, it just dropped off the face of the map. And like I said, Urban them played the same style of offense I played in high school.
Okay.
So it fit because I came from a spread in high school, and then Urban them was changing to what's the name, and then also the culture that had done changed around in Bowling Green too.
Absolutely.
And like I said, all the recruits with you, PJ, Rayshawn,
Jamie and Tim, boy, we had a dog class. Yeah,
that class was, the class was good. Like, I looked at it, I was like, shoot, we got some dogs coming. Like, we gonna be straight.
Yeah,
so
our class was so cold that when my senior year came and all y'all was going, I think it was like 4 of us, because everybody didn't play. It's true freshmen for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So it was only like me, B. Jones, KB. I can't say Monty. No, Monty played. Yeah, it was only like 5 of us, man. It was crazy. But now go ahead.
Yeah, that right, and that was it. And like I said, once I told Urban I was gonna go on another visit because I was like, man, I just want to go have fun and party. You feel me? He was like, you sure? I said, man, listen, I'm finna go to FAU on this visit. My dog's down here at FAU. We finna go to a strip club. We finna get it in. But I'm still gonna commit with you though. I'm still coming. But I'm gonna get this free steak.
Yeah.
You feel me? I told him that. I said, man, just let me go. I said, I'm going on a visit, but I'm really just going to hang out with my boys and hit strip clubs, hit all this other place, and just have fun. So then I committed, and I went to Bowling Green.
You know what's funny? I I know how dangerous, why they don't want you to go on no more recruiting visits, because I actually committed to Central Michigan. Well, really, I committed everywhere I went. I committed to Central Michigan. I'm committed to Akron. You know what I'm saying? Where else I went?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then when I got to Bowling Green, I kept blowing Bowling Green off.
Hold on. Okay, I'm talking on the thing. Could you please give me some time? Go back with mommy. I'll get it out. Give it up to Ari. Give it to Ari. Yeah, go give it to Ari.
Big shout out to fatherhood.
Go mommy. Yeah, go with mommy. Carter, get your brother, Kason.
Come here, baby.
Yeah, come here, baby.
Come here, baby.
Yeah, we call him babe.
Baby.
Yeah, you the baby.
Baby.
Mm-hmm.
Baby.
You the baby.
Baby.
Get the baby. Carter. Get baby. Get baby. Bye-bye.
You come here.
Yeah, man. So like, so I had committed to pretty much everybody that I went to, and Bowling Green kept trying to come to me, and I was like, man, well, what's your colors? They was like orange and brown. I'm like, hell no, I ain't trying to. This just sounds terrible. But like, so Urban called me because at this time Urban sent everybody from the staff to my house. Gonzalez came to the house, Hevesy came to the house, Stud came to the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, he sent damn near everybody off the staff. He called me. He was like, hey, so you going to come to Bowling Green? I was like, no, I committed to Central Michigan. That's really where I'm going to go. He's like, Central Michigan? We had kicked their asses. They fucking suck. Like, you want to pick up? He was like, man, just come here. And I was like, all right, man. I was like, cool. So I went to Bowling Green, and that was the only place I didn't party. Like, I had Malcolm Robinson as my host, and he got me around, what's the linebacker them that? Kerry them, Campbell them?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, they was leaving out when we was coming in.
Yeah.
And so I was at their house, and they was like, yo, you come here, like, man, it's a bunch of hard work. They told me about Black Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Or was it Black Tuesday? One of them.
Black Friday. Was it Black Friday?
I don't think it was Black Friday when Urban ran everybody and all them people quit.
Oh, yeah.
Black Tuesday, something like that. And then they was like, man, you come here, we work. Like, we go to class, we together. And that was the only place out of everywhere I went that actually talked like that. Everywhere else, it was just party. But, you know what I'm saying, I got to Bowling Green, the culture was like a winning culture, and how serious and how everyone was bought into that program.
Family.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I say that same reason, because it was a family atmosphere. Like, them boys weren't talking about partying, they were talking about playing ball.
Yeah, man.
And winning. Like, that's what sold me over everybody else. Like, everybody talking about, you know, we got this, that, but y'all want to talk about playing football, though.
Yeah, and
what
winning.
The team looking like a squad, we finna do X, Y, and Z. They never was talking about that. So once I heard that and how the coaches really looked out for them and cooked for them, and, you know, all of them, we used to have them dinners. Like,
shout out to Mr. Drawer, used to make them cheesy potatoes, man. Them boys used to be fire.
Man, so Dan Mullen. Boy, that boy can cook, but he was cuckoo to me.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of Dan Mullen, I'm going to get to that. So we get to Bowling Green. You come up there in the summertime, right? Was you there for summer conditioning?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember I showed up. They was pissed off at me, and I talked about this in my last podcast. You know, when Hevesy and all of them came up to my high school, I was about 330, 320. And I showed up in that summertime. A couple months later, 370. How they was pissed off, like, what the were you doing? Like, shit, man, kicking it. Eating Coney Island, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? They wouldn't even let me do summer conditioning. They just made me power walk around the field.
On the field.
Man. But what was it like once you getting up there in summer conditioning and getting acclimated, meeting Hillman and Rick and all the strength and conditioning people? Like, was there any shock when you showed up to Bowling Green?
Well, definitely. It was a culture shock to me because in South Florida, we not big on weights.
Yeah.
Like, we don't weight train like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, a lot of us, that's why you see a lot of us have such agility and speed skills, because that's all we do. We do 7-on-7, we do drills, we playing outside ball. Yeah. So we never was weight trained. You know what I mean? Like, we would lift weights. Like, I used to go to a place called a Dog Pound, like grown niggas that's out of jail type workouts. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't nothing, but it was hard workouts, but it wasn't a college workout.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I said, I lift weights, but I didn't train like that.
Yeah.
And I was the only one really doing it out of my group. So, it was definitely a culture shock to me, because one, you know, when you come out of South Florida, people have high expectations for you.
Right.
Off rip. Like, they expect you to be the man as soon as you come in. And you know, so people looking like, you know, like, damn, this the quarterback they brought in? Like, this the boy from Florida? Like, damn, yeah, I'm from Florida, but y'all making it say like I'm supposed to be, you know, Jesus Shuttlesworth, you know?
I mean, but you pretty much was, though.
Not as a freshman.
Man, bro, I saw it, man. Couldn't nobody deny that, man. Like, Josh was cold as hell. Mm-hmm. But seeing, and I don't want to drop because I want to get to this part later, but just go ahead. It was evident, bro, that you were just waiting your turn.
I couldn't see it, bro. You know what I mean? And that's how, I guess how humble I was. I don't know what you want to say. I just never could see it. And like, Robert Red.
Yeah.
He used to be like, this the truth. Like, he could tell me, hey, this the truth right here. This the truth. Like, he kept telling me that. Like, you the truth. And I'm like, bro, like, I can't see that right now. I'm like, I'm playing, but I ain't playing.
Yeah.
So, that definitely was a cold shot. Then, too, coming from South Florida up to Bowling Green, Ohio, bro. We talking about agriculture, country, fields. And, you looking at, it's just black and white.
Yeah.
I'm used to Haitians, Puerto Ricans, Jamaicans, Cubans. Like, I'm used to the mixture, the melting pot.
Yeah.
And I just go from one spectrum all the way to the next.
Absolutely. So 90% white.
Yeah.
And I'm only an hour away in Detroit, and it was still different for me because I came from used to being all around black people. So it was definitely a different dynamic. I remember the story. Well, what you thought about freshman camp? Did you think that was hard? That shit was terrible.
I got cussed out in freshman camp.
Man, I was about to get to that. Man, shout out to Dan Mullen. Oh, man. Yo, that was amazing, bro. I remember us at O's camp. You finally got a little breakaway, you know what I'm saying, from being out there in the sun. I guess you was over there tired. And Dan Mullen was like, hey.
I went to sleep, though. This is the thing about it. Tim Arnold was asleep next to me. He was knocked out. I had my eyes low now. My eyes was low. Like I had just hit some of that good. I mean, it was low. But I don't smoke. But I was low. I was tired like everybody else. Man, Dan Mullen came across that thing. This ain't no rinky dink, no Division II school. You from Delray Beach, Florida. I beat your. I said, what is wrong with this,
bro?
He's like, wake your ass up. I send your ass back to Delray. I'm like, holy.
Man, he climbed over that first row of chairs. Man, yo, I was in that thing like, oh, what did we get ourselves into?
Man, and Dan used to come at my head all the time. And I'm just like, why he all on my head like that?
Yeah.
But and it's the same thing too. Some people see greatness in you and they want you to be great. Mm-hmm. And I, like I said, you don't understand it till you passed it.
Yeah.
When you older. But man, I mean, he, freshman cover shot because when we used to do those team workouts to failure.
Yeah.
On the field, bruh, like I wasn't mentally tough like that because I'd never been in that environment where I had to really do that type of stuff. And as far as especially body weights and right after practice and that was, like I said, all that was a shock to me. All that was new, but from having guys like talking to you and all these other dudes around us, like we had already clicked up.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we was all going through the same thing. So I felt like once I'm loyal to a person or a team, I can't go nowhere. I just gotta fail.
Yeah,
and we're gonna fail together. Like, bro, let's get it. Okay, but I failed, but let's go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but I ain't going nowhere. I ain't gonna quit.
What was
fail because it's go to failure.
Your first practice in pads in college? What was that like for you? With the speed, the pace, the speed from high school to college? Could you tell a significant difference, or what was that like for you?
Most definitely, because the safety and the cornerback play, for me, was. They were that much faster, and like the strength of my throwing abilities was not that great at that time because, like I said, I got a high school arm.
Yeah.
And I wasn't having the ability to put zip on the ball or throw it at the trajectory that I needed to throw at.
Yeah. To
get it past these faster DBs and these faster guys because, like I said, the top guys in the MAC.
Yeah.
So, I was throwing lollipops to them, and thinking. Because that's what I threw. So I had to really adjust to throwing the ball faster, higher, quicker, making my decisions quicker. Like, so it was a big adjustment coming from high school to college, to to them.
Yeah.
You know, even though I played with, you know, in South Florida, they were just that much smarter. It wasn't saying much faster, but they were just smarter players, because a smarter player equals kind of a faster person.
Absolutely.
So that was a big adjustment for me my freshman year.
Okay. So now we get it. You behind J5. J5 is putting up numbers. But I think our freshman year, we got like as high as like 11 in the nation or something like that. Like
we was up to like
we was up there 15
I
somewhere in
remember
there.
getting game day come. Was that our freshman year?
Yeah, that's when we played Northern Illinois. When they came there. That's when because I think we was ranked and we lost to South Florida. And that was like the first loss. They lost to them, and then that dropped us, and then we ended up losing again to Toledo at the end of that season. And then that's when the rumors start swirling that Urban was leaving. In fact, I remember coming out of I think like a math class or something over there in McDonald Hall, and one of the white kids that was in my class was like, "Hey, you hear about Urban? He's leaving." I was like, "What? What are you talking about? No, he's not." I said, "Well, if he leaving, where he going? Like, he's going to Utah." To Utah? Hell, you leave Bowling Green to go to Utah? We win it. And I remember, clear as day, getting that phone call like, "Hey, we got a meeting at the stadium, early in the morning." So in my head, I'm either like, "Oh snap, Meyer actually leaving," or we about to get murdered. Like, this about to be a Black Tuesday, Black Wednesday all over again. Right. Man, who ain't going to class? Do you remember that day when we was in that meeting when Urban stepped down from Bowling Green and told us he was going to Utah? And what you thought about that?
My thought was, what's next? Like, where can I go? What's the plan? Like, who's gonna be here next? Yeah. And my thing was, if it wasn't Coach Brandon or somebody coming in with the same type of offense, I'm out of here. Yeah. I'm gone, because I'm not gonna go back and play no I formation football. Like, that's not me. And I'll transfer if I have to. Yeah. But that was my main thought. Like, who's coming in next? Like, I can't control what Urban do. Yeah. And one part of me was happy because that means Mullen was leaving at that time. You feel me?
What was so hard about Mullen, man, that made it tough for you?
He was just so extra at the time, man. Like, he had a lot going on. Yeah. Like, this gonna be exclusive. Like, his girlfriend he would bring like, little girlfriend issues into the meeting room. Like, nigga, y'all better make me happy. He be like, what? Ain't got nothing to do with her. You feel me? Like, what you talking about, man? Y'all better make me happy. And my girlfriend X1Z, I'm like, man, listen, bro, you better go eat some chicken somewhere or something and chill out. So, and then one time meeting room, I don't know if you was there, I don't know if you heard about it. I was sleepy. I was tired. So, all the lights was off. Yeah, back in the dungeon, like in the doctor room, all the way in the back. Yeah. So he cut all the lights off. It's 4, 5 in the morning. It's tour days. So cut all the lights off. That means night to me. You feel? So we watched the film, but the next day I ain't had no rep, so I wasn't really trying to stay up like that. Yeah. I fell asleep. He say, "Omar, get up. Get your ass up." I said, "All right." So I stood up. I went to sleep on the projector.
Oh shit.
So next thing he jumped my face. He go to town, "I'll beat your ass. I'll beat this and I'll whoop your ass." I'm looking at the dude like, I will smash you right now. Like, you better get out of here with that, man. You ain't about that life for real. At all. So I'm talking about, he in my face to face, like right in my face. Talking about he'll beat my ass and send me back home, XYZ. So I'm like, you really you really feel like this? And this after he had to jump across the rows. Oh man, so you own one. In front of everybody. So Bim come back another time. VJ, my roommate, love him to death. Van Johnson, shout out. But Van was over there playing around, throwing picks in practice. So we got to run the hill for him. So I get mad. We run the hill. I'm talking to Van. I'm like, "Van, man, you need to be in front because you the reason we up here." And he just like lollygagging up the hill. But me, Andy Som, and Josh Harris, we all up front, running the hill. Van, the fastest one out of all us. Yeah. He in the back. So I turned around and said something to Van. Dan Mullen comes and starts yelling at me. Like, who you talking to? I said, I'm clearly talking to Van Johnson. Like, what is you talking about? This man, the reason we running is because of him. He jumps in my face at the top of the hill again in my face going at me. So that time, Josh Harris had to get between us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Shout out to J5.
J5 had to like separate us, like kind of like pull Mullen back. And I told him, I said, I'm talking to Van. And I'm just like looking at him, sizing him up like, all right, cuz, now I see you on one now because I'm talking to Van, not you, coach, because you ain't saying nothing. You making us run the hill.
Yeah.
So, you know, he was always just like, felt like he could whoop me. So I'm like, what's going on with this dude? And like I said, it was just a lot of those incidents where he wanted to like say he can beat me and whoop me, you know, and jump off. And when really it didn't call for that because I didn't disrespect him. You know, I wasn't talking back to him or, you know, belittling him as a coach. You know what I mean? Like I could see if I was doing those type of things to where, you know, I caused him to buck up on his manhood or buck up in his coaching. Like I said, like I was like, if I'd have said like, man, shut that up, coach, you don't know what you're talking about. If I did something like that and he came in my face, I feel like that's warranted.
Absolutely.
But I never was that type of player to disrespect the coach. Yeah. Or even go in that lane. So for him to continue to do that, because I knew he would bring his issues off the field. Yeah. Off the field issues into the room. So I was just like, this dude be on some stuff sometimes. Like, I don't understand it. But and that was the thing with Mullen, and that's why I was happy he was gonna leave because you know they was giving they was talking about how they used to do for winter workouts. Yeah, how they'll come in the weight room and they were telling me, damn, Mullen would come in there, sit on your neck. You know how you did man your necks. Yeah, get your neck big. You know what I'm saying? Sit on the wall, forehead. They would say, damn, Mullen would come in the room and sit on your head.
Oh no. Did he ever do it?
He was gone.
Oh, yeah.
I answered my prayers. I have.
He was coming there, put his ass on people's head
and sit on your head and not let you get up.
Oh no, it's certain lines you gain.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So J5 was like, man, listen, he'll like put all his weight on your head and you gotta keep fighting, try to get your head up, and this man whole body on your neck. So I was like. Big D, exclusive, live on the mic with you. I was gonna knock his ass out with a. Listen, if he would have did that to me, I was gonna knock his ass out with a 5-pound weight and be gone. But hey, but God is good. He left, and all is well in BG. Because I was like, that was just he had too many times where he was just attacking me. Now if he came in the weight room. Knowing Hillman workouts was already hard. Yeah. Knowing that we ended up giving it our all, and you finna come in here and just be extra and sit on my neck and my head. Yeah. I got something for that, cuz.
Ready. You was ready. So back to that day, us being in a meeting, and the news cameras filming us as we walk into the stadium for this meeting. What do you remember about that day and Javon Burks giving the most epic speech ever? How did you feel about how Meyer handled that meeting when he came in, telling us he was leaving?
It's a hard thing to try to judge, because I don't know, is there any good way to handle that? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like how do you make something, you know, these people who bought into you and, you know, believe in you, you know, oh, I'm leaving. Like, how do you make that good? How do you just make it happy? I don't understand that. You know what I mean? So when I wrap my brain around it, I don't know. I'm like, I don't even know if it's a better way of doing it.
That's deep.
You know, because, you know what I mean? Because all coaches, when you look around the board, they do the same thing. I'm not going nowhere. And then they gone.
They're out of there.
Because it's like the chaos thing. Like, if you tell them you leaving, then guess what? It's going to be chaotic because nobody's going to respect anything you're saying because you're not even going to be here.
Yeah. You know what? Now that you said it like that, it made sense. It almost like, for those who don't know how Meyer handled it, you know what I'm saying? He came in to the meeting, and he just said it real simple. He was like, hey, I'm leaving. I'm going to Utah for better security for me and my family. And that was it. And he was out. But you're right. Like, because if he stayed there longer and tried to do a whole, like, hey, we always in this together, that's not going to work. You leaving. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't think our class had too much of a connection to him because we only had a semester with him. But those guys like Burks and you know, Steve and Red and Jansen, all those guys were there with him before and bought into everything he said. So for him, it's almost like, you know, dating a girl that's telling you, I'm going to give you the world, and she treats you good and put you up, and then all of a sudden telling I'm leaving you for somebody else. They was heartbroken. Or another analogy, he kind of treated like a funeral. You know, like a funeral, they try not to keep the casket open long. They just try to close the lid real quick, because when that lid is closed, that's the hardest part. But but it also makes you kind of get over it a little bit better. So by him coming in just like, bam, I'm leaving, and then just turned around and walked out, you got emotional. It hurt. But you're right. Like, it would have been a whole lot worse had he tried to sit in the room and tried to explain himself or vindicate why he's doing it and try to go in depth with everybody. It would have been bad. So no, you're right. He did it the right way.
Yeah. Like I said, I can't think of another better way to do it, because you know, when people give you all these reasons, man, nobody don't be want to hear that. Yeah.
Unless you're about to change your mind, it don't matter.
Yeah, like, just give it to me blood raw. Let me deal with it, and let's go. It is what it is. Yeah.
No, that's real.
And if anybody want to talk to me about it or have questions, you know, holler at me. Yeah. But right now, you know, I'm in front of y'all. I got to go do whatever. And like I said, Burks and them still have a relationship with Urban.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Burks gave probably the most epic speech. This solidified me even more with Bowling Green, that it was more of a player's culture, not a coach's culture. When Burks stood up and he kicked all the coaches out the room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Told them all get out. And he was like, you know what I'm saying, we don't need none of y'all. When we look to our left, when we look to our right, it's us that's out there on this field. We out there, you know what I'm saying, together. That speech more so solidified my brotherhood with everybody there. And it kind of just, I guess, confirmed that, yo, again, this is a player's locker room. Like, we in this together, and that was dope. So now Dan Mullen gone, and now Greg Brandon, head coach. J5 completes his last season, goes to Baltimore. Omar Jacobs is now the guy with the ball in his hand. He's the guy now scheduled to lead the offense. You had J5, who was a very passionate vocal leader. You know what I'm saying? He always had the right energy and the right things to say. Your style was more so like, I'm not going to say a lot. I'm going to lead and go out here and play. Just follow my lead. What did it feel like once you became the starting quarterback and the torch was passed to you to take on or to take over what Josh had solidified, a winning culture, him breaking records? Did you feel any pressure once you became the guy to step up to the plate? It's your turn.
No, I really didn't feel any pressure. I just knew how to do me. You feel me? Like, I really didn't feel pressure because I didn't feel like J5 was me. Yeah. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't do what J5 did, and J5 couldn't do what I did. Right. Period. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. He was a running quarterback. Yeah. He can throw, but he wasn't a pure passer to me. Yeah. Like I said, he was dynamic in the run game. Yeah. And he can throw. He can make plays with his arm, but that wasn't the threat. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, they want to line up and say, let me stop J5 from throwing the ball. We got to stop J5 from getting these extra 2-3 yards with 4th and 3. Yeah. Like, that's what they're going to have to stop, you know, or stop him from read out. Like, but with me, the game plan was to stop me passing. Yeah. Stop these boys from getting off and him shredding us to pieces, and we losing by 95 points. Yeah. So, I said coming in, it wasn't really no pressure. I just did me. You know what I mean? And my thing was to protect the ball and put our team in the best situation possible.
So at this time, who's your quarterback? Who was your quarterback coach?
McCall.
Yeah. So what was it like?
Awesome.
Him versus Mullen. What was the culture like having McCall back there versus Mullen as your quarterback coach?
Night and day. Because he fit my personality. He knew how to coach me.
Yeah.
And like I said, sometimes like when you ask for things, you get them.
Yeah.
And they come in different forms. Like I'm like, please don't let this guy be here. I remember saying these prayers like Mullen, like, please don't let this dude come in this winter conditioning and I'm gonna lose my scholarship.
Yeah.
I remember saying that all the time. And it happened. And I'm just like, wow. And then guess who came? McCall. And McCall came and kind of molded me into that player that I needed to be.
Yeah.
And motivated me, not in so much of a rah-rah way, but in a cerebral way.
Yeah.
And getting me to film study, teaching me these things. And like I said, I never did film study in high school. We had it on the weekend, but it wasn't real film study.
Yeah.
We just watched film.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we watched the other team, but I didn't know, I saw them. But to me, how my game is, it don't matter what you do, it's still the same reads to me.
Absolutely. So what's like one of the biggest things that you felt like you learned from McCall?
Just preparation.
Yeah.
Preparation and communication between us, me and him.
Yeah.
As a player, to let him know what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, so that he can help me and I can help him understand how we can go, what we seeing on the field and what's going on off the field.
Yeah.
So that he has the psyche to kind of play with me. You know what I mean? Like, hey, Omar got this going on off the field. I know this, so I need to kind of play this and that, because if he don't know what's going on off the field and I'm just on the field doing crazy stuff,
yeah,
he don't know how to coach me.
Right.
He don't know how to attend to, basically the player's needs. Because like I said, if you got stuff going on, I know when your mom stuff happened, and they don't know that, and you got stuff on your shoulders and in your brain, and people coaching you and you snapping, they don't know why you snapping.
That's right.
And that's why where me and McCall kind of clicked up, and I'm happy for that, because I feel like I could go to him and tell him some things to help him coach me better, and that's why I think I came out a little bit better with McCall other than Mullen, because Mullen he had his own issues.
Yeah.
And we couldn't bounce stuff off of him. Because he was.
Oh, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead. Because he was what?
No, because he was throwing stuff at us from his stuff.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, I think that's where McCall came in at the right time to get the perfect storm from me and make me that player.
I think because I remember watching you come up to the plate, because at this time I had just overcame being academically ineligible, because a lot of people thought I was going to fail out. I went through the stuff with my mom's having a brain aneurysm, then turned around and had to deal with my man's Fonz getting murdered.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like that journey. A lot of people was like, yo, they didn't really think I was going to make it. But your first year starting, I wasn't able to start. But I still got a lot of playing time. Mm-hmm. But I remember just watching you, and it's just a spectacle of you just lighting the scoreboard up, just lighting, just striking. It was crazy. And the weapons that you had around, you had Cole, you had Chuck, you had Steve, you had PJ, you had BJ Lane. You know what I'm saying? You had Corey Lichtensteiger, Scotty Murkowski. Well, did Scotty play a year with you?
Yeah, Scotty, Lichtensteiger, Drew Nystrom, all them boys, they play big ball, man. Andrew Hart.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so it was like one of those things where, it was kind of like, man, how do you top J5? But you came and you brought a whole different dynamic. It was like you said, you weren't trying to go in his path. Like, you had your own style, and it was amazing and entertaining to watch. It almost kind of like when I remember when we played Ben Roethlisberger in the MAC championship, and it was like every time he put the ball in the air, you just dropped your head. You already know he just didn't throw it for no reason, and it was a touchdown.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was the same dynamic as you. You was a big guy, but you were mobile. In fact, when I look at your play now, look at your play back then, and I see these quarterbacks in the NFL. I see all of them are some type of remnant of you, like especially Colin Kaepernick. You know what I'm saying? Strong arm, long body, and whenever I see him run, it reminds me when you ran, because to me, you ran as if you was getting chased home by a bully. You know what I'm saying? With your tubes like, hey, bro, them legs was rolling. So when I seen Colin, I saw that. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, me and my brother Ken was talking about it the other day. I was like, damn, man, if Omar could have came out of college during this time, because I feel like a lot of the knock was like, one, the spread offense won't really work in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Your style of quarterback, I don't want to talk for you. I really want you to explain that. We'll get to that. But let me just retrack a little bit. So now you lightening the scoreboard up. What was that like? You being a humble guy, could you see like your buzz starting to increase? Like in college, when did you realize you were good? Because you had the aha moment in high school. At what point in college did you say like, okay, the next level NFL may be in reach or potential?
I think when people coming after that great season, I think when people were showing up to the practices asking for autographs. You know what I mean? Like, what? Like, people just waiting and like have, all kind of stuff for me to sign. Like, pictures, jerseys, like, I'm getting out of my car and they coming up to the car like, sign this, X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? Like, you got these agents calling my mom and it just, I'm glad that my mom and, my best friend parents kind of like handled that. Had a kind of good support system with it. So that's when I kind of realized, it was something. But, my goal was like, say, to win. And just, put up numbers. And, I really never went out to, try to do stuff. Like, I never tried to throw for 500 yards. I never tried to throw for five touchdowns. It just happened. You know what I mean? I never tried to like, okay, I'm gonna hit them for 5 today. I'm gonna hit them. I'm trying to get it. I never tried. If it happened, it happened. You know what I mean? Like, I make the right reads and I get the ball to my boys, at the right, whenever they, get them the rock. That's why I'm here, is to distribute the rock. I'm not here to do it myself. If I have to take it myself, I will. But I'm a quarterback. I give the rock, get the ball to the running back, let him run. Give the ball to receivers, let them catch it and run it. That's my job. And that's why I felt like I trusted everybody on my team, from the line to whoever, kicker, to do their job. And that was our goal, was to do your job.
This I knew when you was buzzing. I don't know if we was flying out to go play Temple, but we was in the airport, and I went in the bathroom and go pissing with some agents in the bathroom. Asking to try to get your phone number. It was like, yo, trying to offer a couple of dollars. I should have just tapped in and gave that number up and get that money. But I don't know how you got it, shit. But man, I knew it was real. I'm like, yo, how did they even know we was about to catch this flight? They in the bathroom like, yo, man, you got Omar number? Da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't even got it. You know what I'm saying? I walked out. But that was crazy. So now here it is. Was that ESPN? You did that cover and they had you like in the cornfield? That magazine. I was like, man, he on his way. So now here you go, fast forward to your next season. This was your redshirt junior year, which ended up being your final year.
Right.
And you end up getting injured. Kind of tell us like that process. You're on top of the world, Heisman candidacy, your name starting to reach that Heisman level, you know what I'm saying, notoriety. And then you get injured. So, like, just walk us through that process and where your mental was.
Mentally, I was jacked up, bro. Like, you probably don't know this, but not my girl was pregnant.
Yeah. Well, I know
that. That whole process off the field had me in a fog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I couldn't really, I was already jacked up about the whole process. You know what I mean? And then there was just so much going on off the field with the baby that a lot of people didn't know about.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of, top secret. And so that whole season came up and went so fast. And I remember the play like it was yesterday. Like we were playing against Western Michigan, and it was a rollout. And I'm rolling out, and I'm looking downfield. I see Chuck wide open because we smashing them now. We getting into business. And I roll out, and I'm looking up downfield, and next thing you know, both dudes are right in my face. I'm like, dang. I'm like kind of like try to brace because I don't see. I always look past and I'm looking downfield all the time.
Yeah.
So I don't really see dudes like that because I don't really fear them like that. I'm not scared to get hit. So if they can hit me in my face, I don't care. Like it didn't do nothing to me.
Yeah.
So I wasn't paying attention to them. So I'm looking downfield and I see Chuck wide open, but by the time I get ready to release it, they had handcuffed me. One had grabbed my left arm, and then one had grabbed my right arm. So I'm handcuffed, so I couldn't really brace like that. So when they grabbed it, I couldn't do nothing. They had both my hands. So they had locked me up. So when I fell down on my left shoulder, that's when my AC joint kind of popped up. So I got up to run, and I was like, oh, hell no, I ain't running. I can't run nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, I just kind of just walked off because that was a scoop and score for them.
Yeah.
I said, well, we'll get it back. Dang, I'm like, how I ain't see them come up on me that fast? So next thing you know, the bone just keep rising up out my, under my skin. I'm like, I told Doug, hey man, check me out, bro. Cause I was finna just turn around and go on the field, but I couldn't, I felt it keep coming up. I'm like, dang, I hurt. Like, dang, this hurt.
Yeah.
So Doug's like, pick your arm up. So he picked my arm. I said, oh no, man, I'm screaming like, oh no. So he was like trying to pull my jersey off my head, over my head. And I just like said something like, nigga, what the F you doing? Like, man, cut this jersey off.
Yeah.
Cut this shit. All right, cuz, I don't care nothing about this jersey, man. Y'all ain't finna break my arm trying to get the jersey off. Right, you know what I mean? Just cut it off.
No doubt.
Right. So I was like, just cut it off, we get another one. Like, Sharpie got another jersey, we'll be okay. You know what I mean? Like, we straight. So they cut the jersey off and went into the locker room, and it was just jacked up, you know what I mean? So we went to the hospital. It was a 3rd-degree separation. They was even talking about doing surgery. I'm like, nah, bro. I don't get surgery. You know, we ain't doing no surgery right now.
Yeah.
That's why I put a plate. I'm like, man, listen, I see this thing out, so I ain't putting no plate in my damn left shoulder. So we and this is where I kind of had a learning lesson about the politics of sports.
Yeah.
It was a tough one too, man. Like, because when you hot, like Mike Jones say, when you hot, they all on you. When you're not, but they gone. You feel me? They was all on me. So when I got hurt, even some of the coaches, they didn't even call me, bro.
Wow.
They didn't even call and check on me. Like, I was just like floored. Like, I'm your man, I'm your starter, and you don't even call and holler at me and see if I'm okay. And even when I came back to the facility, they walked past me like I was nothing. They didn't even say, you straight? How you feeling?
Damn.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's when I really knew, like, that's why I had a moment like, they really don't care about us. I felt like that.
Yeah.
Because you all keep in my face when I'm throwing touchdowns and you got winning records and y'all straight. Now y'all really got to coach and do all this other stuff with AT coming in, and y'all mad at me because I got hurt. But y'all ain't speaking to me and make sure my welfare is being okay. I think the only dude who really came and hollered at me was McCall.
Wow.
And that's why I was like, man, this is crazy. Like, y'all really not really finna holler at me and not say nothing to me. So I felt a certain type of way towards the coaches, staff. Yeah. After that, even though I came back, but I felt a certain type of way towards them because guess what?
You was able to play again that year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I came back against Kent State.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Kent State, and then I think I played the last 2 or 3 games. Play against Kent State and play against Toledo.
So then now, here it is. You got your future ahead of you, right? Redshirt junior year, you're still on top of the league. People still, I'm assuming professional-wise, they were still after you. Or how did that fall off? Or was this reminiscent of what happened in high school, the All-Star game, when you got hurt and it kind of disappeared in?
It kind of was, man. It kind of was, but it wasn't because I still had some traction. You know what I mean? I still went to the NFL Combine. You know what I mean? I still had those type of offers on the table.
You played an All-Star game, right?
No, only seniors can play All-Star game.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So for me to get that offer to the Combine was still good because really coming out of college, the top 3 quarterbacks still was me, Vince Young, and Matt Leinart.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I'm straight.
Yeah.
I don't know where all these clowns come from that got drafted ahead of me, but statistically and just pure numbers and yards per game, average, all that stuff, like my interception ratio went up a little bit. I think I threw 7 instead of 4. Ooh.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I still had like close to maybe 2,000, 3,000 yards, and I played less games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was one of those eye-opening moments, but I still had traction. So once I kind of looked at the scope of things and looked at it, I'm like, well, shoot, I'm still good. Like, and then like I said, I had the baby situation.
Yeah.
That kind of helped. That kind of made me think about, man, do I really want to still be in this environment with all this other stuff going on with the girls and all that good stuff?
Yeah. So at what point? So let's take it a little bit. I just want people to walk through. So the season is over with. You have a choice now to decide if you're going to declare for the NFL draft or return for your last year eligibility. So you said a couple of things. You kind of felt like the coaches turned their back on you when you was hurt. So you probably had that in your play, like, okay, they don't really care about me. You're going through your personal life. You got a baby on the way. Anything else? Like, how did you come around the decision? Like, at what point can you take us? Like, okay, season over with. And I know people talking about, like, I heard rumors like you submitted to see, like, kind of pretty much test the waters of where you were going to draft. Right. Can you explain how all that stuff worked and how leading up to that decision to declare?
Yeah, I can't remember exactly how it is, but you send this thing in to somebody somewhere, and they try to test where they project you as a draft pick. Okay. And it came back like 4th round, 3rd or 4th round. Okay. And I looked at it like, what? Like, how many? It ain't that many quarterbacks better than me. Yeah. Period. So I don't care what y'all say. Yeah. Like, I'm like, show me 5 better quarterbacks. Yeah. You know what I mean? In my mind. And I'm looking at Vince Young, not a pure quarterback to me. He was kind of like a J5-ish type guy. Right. Yeah. He could run. He could throw the ball a little bit. He was okay. He was, efficient, but he wasn't a pure quarterback to me to be in the league like that. You know what I mean? Like, pure passer. And I looked at Matt Leinart. I just looked at him like he was kind of like Kent Dorsey to me. Yeah. Where he had a stupid amount of talent around him, but he couldn't really throw the ball like that. Yeah. He had a very kind of subpar arm. So that process where I looked at the talent that they had so-called ahead of me played into my psyche of, am I going to come out or not? Yeah. Because I said I didn't see 5 better quarterbacks than me. So I'm like, if 3 go off the board in the first round, okay, I'm 2nd or 3rd. I'm Gucci. I'm straight. Because I felt like I never would have been a first rounder at Bowling Green. Yeah. I felt like that wasn't going to happen. I could have put up gaudy numbers, but I felt like that wasn't going to happen at Bowling Green. You didn't think coming back one more year you may have been able to achieve what Ben Roethlisberger was able to achieve? See, and that's where that also is my process. When I looked at the talent that we had coming back, I didn't feel like we had enough to fight. You know what I mean? Like, what's the one dude out? He was real fast. He left too from Bowling Green. He was kind of on the cuckoo side, kind of crazy a little bit.
Well,
he was
Jimmy
skinny.
Carson was a receiver.
Not Carson. It wasn't Jimmy. It was another dude. He was from Cleveland or something. Light skinned dude, super fast. He left. He was our deep threat. He played out there. He was like right behind Chuck.
I think I know who you're talking about. I don't remember the kid's name.
Yeah, he was
I know
super
who you're
fast.
talking about.
And he has talent. Like, he left, and then all my other pieces was gone.
Yeah, you lost PJ, you lost BJ, you lost Steve, you lost Chuck, you lost Cole. You know
everybody.
what I'm saying? Yeah,
It'd, like I said, it'd have been tough trying to get loose. And then, like I said, with the speedy dude leaving, I'm like, who was gonna stretch the field for me?
Yeah.
Who was gonna help? Who was gonna help get us open like that? And I don't know who was the running backs then. I can't even remember the running backs. I know it was a light skinned cat. I can't remember his name. He was there. He was decent.
You had Dan Macon.
Yeah, Dan Macon, and then you had another.
I know you're talking about. I can't think of his name right now. It'll come to me. But yeah.
Right. So it was like the dynamics, as far as skill position wise, I didn't know if we can do something against bigger teams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you got, KB, I know he's going to do his thing on the inside, but I need somebody to stretch the field with Chuck, Steve. Like, I needed vertical threats.
Yeah.
You got no vertical threats. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
So, and I knew it was going to be straight up front. Like, I knew that.
Yeah. The offensive line was the strength of my last year.
Right. I knew it was going to be straight up front. But around us, like, I didn't believe that I was going to get better with the talent that I still had. Not saying these dudes are not good, but I didn't think we had enough to make a push against those good teams.
Yeah.
Like I said, even the speed dude would have came back, and we had some other dudes on the outside and then you never know what B. Jones was going to do.
Yeah, that's true.
And, B. Jones was kind of one of those dudes that was hit and miss, and then Partridge, he was sometime to me.
Yeah.
Like, he showed times where he wanted to play, then, off the field, he acted like he didn't want to play.
Yeah.
So it was hard for me to really judge what I had coming back from that. So that was a big part of me going, because I'm like, well, I'm looking at the team around me, my skill position wise.
Yeah.
What can we do?
So you felt like, so if we recap it, leading up to what made you declare to leave and go to the NFL draft early. So now we up to the point where got hurt. You realize most coaches didn't have your best interests at heart. Again, you said you had your family dynamic of having a young one on the way. But then the biggest thing is if you returned, this may potentially hurt your chances again to the NFL, because the talent pool around you, you wasn't sure if that could pan out with the, to getting you to that level. So, it was best now to jump ship. So did you have anybody in your ear trying to keep you to stay? Like, were coaches now reaching out like, hey, no, you shouldn't?
Of course.
So now they reaching out.
Yeah, of course. Like, you finna lose your best player.
Yeah.
Knowing he has one more year left. Of course Coach Brand was saying, like, man, I promise you I can get you, a higher status in the draft, and other coaches, like, we gonna make sure you get a, they were trying to, like, even change the offense to where it felt like a pro style offense to kind of give me, more of a look. And I'm just like, I don't know. Like, in my brain, nothing is guaranteed. I got hurt this year.
Yeah.
Who knows if I blow my knee out next year?
Yeah.
What's gonna happen? What kind of traction I'm gonna lose? Like, I still got traction, even though I missed two in some games with a shoulder injury. Nothing is guaranteed, but you're trying to guarantee me something that nobody can guarantee. So, now they all talking them X1. I'm like, man, listen. And we also had that thing. Remember, Coach Brandon kind of like blew his cool.
Yeah.
Remember that? Like,
I remember that he's burning them cleats.
man, listen.
I know what it is. It's that goddamn rap music. Yeah, he lost his mind, bro.
Yeah, he lost it. And, I felt a certain type of way. I'm like, Coach, man, like, you the leader.
Absolutely.
Like, you can't say this. You can't say these things in the midst, because I was hurt then.
Yeah.
And you can't, just because, the pressure on you, and I said, in the midst of adversity, you'll learn people's true character.
Right.
And in the midst of that adversity, he showed us some stuff that I don't know if I could have continued to stay there. Like, he was saying stuff like, he just went crazy. And I'm like, and then, had to meet with the captains and the coaches. Yeah. And we had all that extra baloney going on. And I was the main one, like, I ain't with it. Yeah. Like, they trying to make me feel like, oh, let's forgive him. Man, listen, bro, you done did the most. Yeah. Right now. So I was kind of like the only eyeball that kind of wasn't really accepting his apology like that. Yeah. Because I feel like you hold us accountable for stuff we got to say and stuff we got to do. I want you to be held accountable too. Absolutely. And that's why, the other dudes were like, man, let's just do this, let's do that. I'm like, nah, bro, y'all can just do that, but y'all ain't gonna get my vote on this one. Out of the captains. So let's go. So with the so now at what point do you decide, like, you know what, I'm pulling the plug on, I'm gonna go ahead and enter the draft? How did that day? Can you give us that day, or when you finally decide that, okay, this is what I'm gonna do? Like, I spoke to my mom and the team that I put around to, with financial advisors and all these other people. And we just basically broke it down to see, what's the best option, what next year looking like. Yeah. Who coming out the draft next year, who in the draft this year. And like I said, in my mind, I just felt like it wasn't that many better quarterbacks than me. And then the company I was going with was, I think it was A1 Athletes. Okay. He had all the top quarterbacks with Carson Palmer and all these top. So I felt like the agent I had was going to help me get in the door. Okay. And so I'm like, well, if he got all these A1 dudes, it's about who you know. And I'm signed up with this dude who has the top quarterbacks. So that should say this is a top quarterback. Yeah. So then I left off the basis of that and went to the combine. Like I said, I still had the combine, so I knew once I got accepted to the combine, I felt like that was a accomplishment too. Okay. What was the combine like? Showing up to the combine and the Wonderlick and all that crazy stuff? It would be a lot to somebody who's not used to pressure. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, if tests and trying to perform gives you like anxiety and stuff like that, and it was nothing to me. You know what I mean? It's another day. It's another practice. Like, I thought about it like, this is practice, and they're trying to do something to you to make you feel uncomfortable. But man, I'm just chilling. I'm going to take these tests. Y'all can pick prog, do what y'all want to do. I'm going to answer the question y'all ask me to answer, and I'm going to perform on the field and do what you asked me to do. Simple. So did you have a good combine? How did that go for you? I think the only thing kind of messed me up, I don't want to say my 40, but it was I think the worst thing I felt, it kind of felt like I should have did better with my 40, because they set me back 3 times. Like, I set in a 40 and jumped out. Man, my trainer was like, listen, if you'd have ran that, if they would have let you go on that first 40, you probably would have ran like 4.5, 4.6. Easy. So I came back, ran another like good split coming out. So then they sent me back. He like, you got to sit in there for 3 seconds. I was like, what? I just seen this dude just get set and take off, and you let him go. So now I get in my 40 stance, and I'm counting like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. I'm like, I don't know when to go now. Like, so I'm just kind of like, that just take too long. So I kind of like ran like a 4.7, 4.8, and I wasn't happy about that. But the rest of the pro day, I threw well, I tested well. I looked at my Wonderlic score, I actually scored higher than Tom Brady. Oh wow! And I'm like, wow, and Aaron Rodgers and all these top quarterbacks. I had like a 33 or 30 something because I looked at the scores. Somehow I got on it, and I just wanted to know. I just looked at this year, like how did I do?
Yeah,
I scored higher than 90% of the top quarterbacks in the league. But then they would, try to make it seem like, oh, he not this, he not that. But I'm at the top percentile in the Wonderlic that y'all hold this Wonderlic so high and prestigious. But I got one of the highest scores. Because they have these things they try to say who was the dumbest quarterback, who was the smartest quarterback in the Wonderlic. So I looked on one of those things and I was at the top of the list of high scores.
I think was it like Jamarcus Russell or Vince Young who like just kind of BS they Wonderlic and they was giving him a hard time about it.
One of them dudes had like a 6.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like some kind of East slow, like something crazy. But I took everything seriously. So I like if you think this is a test of my knowledge, then okay, let's knock it out. And I did very well. So like I said, that combine was good, man. It was a good thing with the combine, and it was a good experience because all the dudes were kind of like cool dudes. You know what I mean? Just the only dude I didn't like at the combine was Jay Cutler.
What was wrong with Jay Cutler? He was just an asshole? Just an
asshole. Just a smooth, like, preppy, like, entitled, dude. Like, he would, like, walk around, like, stuck up with his mouth poked out. And, the same attitude you would see on TV. Okay. And thought he was – I'm like, who are you? And this is before I knew about his hype.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the combine, he didn't wow me. He didn't do nothing that was spectacular. He had a decent arm, but he was inaccurate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's what I seen at the combine. And like I said, Vince Young, I don't think he threw. Matt Lyon didn't throw. But everybody else kind of did. Kevin Clemens, he was my roommate. But combine was straight. I mean, you make it what it is. You know what I mean?
So, like, when leaving the combine, did you there's a lot of rumors behind, at that time, spread offense in the NFL wasn't really accepted like that. They felt like that was more of a college gimmick. So they felt like you weren't coming out of a quote-unquote pro-style offense. I've heard rumors that they felt like the type of offense we was running really kind of spoiled the quarterback, where you guys didn't really command the field and the offense that we was running at Bowling Green. Like when we ran and did the fake huddle, the no huddle, and we'll go orange, and we'd do the fake cadence and then turn to the sidelines, and then the coaches will call in the play based on what they just saw the defense do. You know what I'm saying? Were these things, and then a last one, I guess, your throwing mechanics. A lot of people was always critical of the sidearm. Out of all these things, are any of these rumors really true? Which ones do you feel like kind of stuck and was held against you?
All of them. All of them was held against me because, one, J5 had just came out.
Yeah.
And he, coming out of spread offense, didn't really, pan with Baltimore.
Yeah.
And then, I really think it's really the black quarterback thing to keep it blood raw. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keep blood raw, like, because, other guys that came out of those type of systems kind of around the same, but, they threw the ball. You know what I mean? But I think it was all kind of like with the I'll speak on like the mechanics.
Yeah.
Testaverde threw sidearm. A lot of other people had weird. Phillip Rivers, look at his throwing motion.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so you can pick and choose what you want to let go and what you don't want to let go. So you can pick how you want to go about it. Because I'm looking at Phillip Rivers, who has a very unorthodox throwing motion, but he's accurate.
Right.
and he plays ball. Testaverde had the same thing. Like, these dudes had awkward throwing motions, but it's the end result that really matter.
Absolutely.
All the time. So why are you even complaining about that? If you see how accurate I am and I'm not getting balls batted down, I'm not throwing interceptions, everything's on the money, why are you worried about my throwing motion? Like, who cares? Like, because you have a all-star who has a weirder motion than me. So, and then when you go from that, then you look at the spread offense. It is what it is. Like I said, it's timing is everything.
Yeah.
So like you said, I feel like if I'd have came out a year or two later, I'd have been okay because I had the same numbers as RG3 or even better.
Yeah.
Cam Newton, all these dudes, better numbers than them. So if I came out a little bit later, then maybe I'd have been a higher pick. But it was so much negativity around, my quarterback situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I felt like it was a lot of, I think it was a lot of backstories.
You think he was getting blackballed in BG?
Of course. I believe it was something, I would think some words were said behind closed doors. Like, even, I don't think he this, I don't think he that. Because, like I said, I'm a lead by example.
Yeah.
I wasn't a rah-rah quarterback. I never grew in. I grew into that later in my career.
Yeah.
Because I watched a quarterback called his name was Aaron Garcia, who played with me at in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And I just had a chance to really learn from him.
Okay.
As I got older and I seen the things he did, and I kind of grew into that more vocal person. But I never was that. I just really wanted my guys to be in the right place and communicate with them and be that way, because I have a thing about being fake.
Yeah.
Like, people can see that. Like, me trying to hype people up and me trying to do certain things out of my character does not sit well with me, and I feel like my players will see that.
Absolutely.
So I never, and I think that people will say, oh, he's not this type of quarterback. And, Holly Rose said that about me too in at a game we was playing against Boise. We went to Boise. Holly Rose like, he's not this, he's not with his players, he's not talking to them, he's not doing this, he's over by himself. And I'm like, see, this is the misconstrued, like, they're misconstruing what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, I talk to my players all the time, and we communicate saying what's going on. Once it's done, I don't have to stand by you and give you a pep talk. Like, Big D know he did wrong.
Yeah.
Big D got a coach, but all I have to do is say, let's get him next time, and let's go do this. I go slap you in the head, give you a pound. All right, let's go. We good. Don't worry about it. And let's I'm on to the next play. I don't have to pep you up. You already know what you did.
Yeah.
So, and that was my mentality. I'm like, let's go. I don't got time for you crying about what you just did and all sad and stuff. Nigga, let's get this next play and let's go score a touchdown. Absolutely. I don't have time for, and like, everybody was kind of like, we all were self-motivated type of dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we never had like Scott Murkowski, you, Leighton Steiger. All of us knew what we had to do.
Yeah.
We didn't need no speech person to get us up. Like, some of the people on defense needed that.
Yeah.
Like, and they had Burks for that.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So we didn't really need that on the opposite side of the ball.
That's
real. we all were kind of self-starters, and we always wanted to win our battle.
Absolutely. And I think that was the biggest culture at Bowling Green, and that you take when it was like, just do your job. And that was kind of always pushed. If everybody did their jobs, and you know how we getting graded, not trying to have no misassignments. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember if I messed up on the play, sitting there, and immediately in the game, I'd be like, damn, film. They're still going to cuss my ass out. Immediately, I already know. But, yeah, you're right. It's like, I don't want no more plays that he got to call me out on. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
But no, absolutely. So let's move forward. So, like, with so now the combine, and the people kind of skeptical on the style of offense you came out of, your throwing mechanics. Did you go on any visits to any NFL teams? Did any of these come up to you? Did they ever ask you any questions about it?
No, I wasn't. Excuse me. I wasn't a high enough draft pick to get the visits.
Okay,
but you do visit with teams during the combine.
Yeah,
that so-called show interest in you.
Yeah.
I met with Tony Dungy.
Okay.
And I met with the Cardinals. I met with might have been Baltimore too. I met with like 4 or 5 teams, and they was just asking normal questions. You know, they ask you, "What would you do? Do you audible at the line?" I said, not necessarily, but I'll change protections.
Yeah.
You know, if they come up with something, we're in the 50, and we need the Roger Lucky, whatever it may be, or Lucky Lucy, whatever it may be, I would change it and go to so what they call was the Mike linebacker. Identifying the Mike linebacker, whoever it was in the middle, so that we can get a 50 or 51 call, whatever it may be. I said that was it. I'm like, I ain't changing no whole entire play.
Yeah.
Like they want you to see, like, oh, we come up to the line and you need to change the whole play. Get out of here. Nobody changing no whole entire play. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some old video game, remember the Titans type stuff. Get out of here. And that's what they asked, and I feel like I aced it and went on about my business.
Okay, so now we come to draft day. Big day. Where are you doing the draft?
I'm in Boca Raton, Florida. I'm at the Hilton or the Hyatt Hotel.
Okay.
I'm with my girl, my family. I just had like a couple people there. I ain't had no big draft out because I didn't, like I said, I didn't know what was gonna happen, but I'm still very humble and because I seen what made me do that. I seen what happened to Scotty Rakowski. We all was sitting in Frickers.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to go like high, like 3rd or 4th round or something like that. He dropped all the way to the 7th round.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, that was like, that right there had me like, cuz I would be so hot.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's kind of what, and what I learned over time, like our perceptions kind of mold what we go into. Like, I felt like when I think about it now, I kind of run that on myself because I had a small group party anticipating something if I go later. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I kind of put that out there, like, I want this to happen to me. But, every time you say you don't want something to happen to you, that energy goes out. And guess what? Shit happens to you. So when I look at it now, I'm like, dang, I might have run that on myself, anticipating the worst and not the best. So I went to Boca. It was me, my mom, my sister, my uncle, my girl at the time, Bria.
Yeah.
We had like the presidential suite.
Okay.
And we were chilling and watching the draft. And first day go by, hot. Like I had a feeling I was going at least in the first three rounds. And I'm just watching all these quarterbacks. Like, who is that? Jay Cutler, Ferguson. Like, what? This man threw 25 picks and 25 interceptions. What the fajiblies is that? 25 picks, but in his highlights, they were showing him throwing off his back foot and overthrowing people. Look how strong his arm is. What? Who cares?
He's missing.
He's not competing. Right. So and then there was like, it kind of just frustrated me. And then I seen Charlie Whitehurst from Clemson. He was like 25 TDs, 16 picks. I'm like, what? I'm like, they talked about none of these dudes. None of these dudes coming like, who are these dudes? And the frustration kind of just built up. And like, cause like my family, we thought we was going at least the first day.
Yeah.
And like even Tavares Jackson went to Minnesota out of Alabama State.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm like, bro, this man went like 2nd round or 3rd round out of Alabama State. Like, how does that even equate to what I did on the mat? You know what I mean? It just didn't sit right. So I'm like, something ain't right. So that first day I was literally so mad because I just knew these dudes weren't better than me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how did this happen? So then the next day come, I think it's just like me and my girl, me and Brianna, and me and my mama came back, my uncle came back. But we were just sitting there. Then we got a call from Pittsburgh. Coach Cowher called and said, hey, man, you know, we ready for you to come up here in Pittsburgh, X, Y, and Z. I said, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to do it. And that was draft day.
So tell me about Pittsburgh. So now this is the rumor about Pittsburgh. I know you went up there, drafted fifth round. I remember you pulling up on Bowling Green with the black Tahoe with the rims on it. I was like, yeah, my boy shining. And but the rumor is that Cowher wasn't too much of a fan of your stoic personality. I'm not sure if this is true or not. This is just a rumor mill that he was looking for someone that was more fiery, more vocal. What was your experience like in Pittsburgh, and what happened that didn't allow you to stay in Pittsburgh, I guess? Man, the Cowher thing, I never heard that from him. Okay. I never heard that story. Okay. But the other story, what I experienced myself and what I got after I left Pittsburgh was Ken Wisenhunt. It was Ken Wisenhunt who really didn't care for me, period, per se. Okay. So I get to Pittsburgh, I come in there like, because of how I am, I'm not an ass kisser. Yeah. I've never been that. You know what I mean? So I came about business, and I wasn't mooshooing and cracking jokes with the coaches, and I'm coming on time, being efficient in practice. I'm learning my plays. Yes, I mess plays up every now and then because you gonna send me a paragraph and telling me everything what to do when I'm thinking we in the league now. So it's supposed to be like, why do I have to tell every single person what to do? Just say like in offense, 50 smash. Yeah. You know what you got to do. Right. Everybody else know what they got to do. Right. But in Pittsburgh, 50 smash would be some long ass paragraph telling everybody, every individual person what to do. See what I'm saying? So like you hear these plays, but it's all 50 smash, a bootleg right, a bootleg left. You know what I mean? It'll be like, just say one of the plays, I don't know if this was like zebra left, 360 slide, Z out, X over, fullback this, X, Y, and this, flanker this. You know what I mean? Like, you just telling everybody what to do, line people going down every single thing, what to do. I'm like, I thought these dudes were supposed to be smarter than people in what's name. So like we'll call a play. I'm like, all this is bootleg right. Like nigga, everybody know they gotta go across the field. Like, okay, like if you gotta tag one person, tag one person. Yeah. But other than that, there shouldn't be a paragraph of bootleg right. Right. It shouldn't be. So and that's what like I would get into these issues and the coach was like, you forgot to tell the running back what to do. Like, what? I just said this whole paragraph and I forgot the running back? My bad. Like, it was one of those things. So, with Coach Cowher, never heard that. But Ken Wisenhunt, short story, like, I felt like I was being sabotaged by Ken Wisenhunt in practice. Per se, I remember this incident happening. You know how you run scout team? Yeah. And, me, I'm not used to just throwing the ball or doing interception, just throwing the ball. Because if it's covered, I'm just going to take down and run. Y'all got it. Y'all got to practice. So Ken Wisenhunt tells me, just throw the ball. Let them get a look. So me being in the league, I'm like, okay, he ain't going to tell me something wrong. So I start like doing scout team per se, just throwing the ball to them. Like, they got it, just throw it. So I was throwing it. I get called to Coach Cowher office. And he like going at me. Like, why are you doing that? Why are you having bad habits? And I'm looking like, dang, do I snitch? And say, like, why? He was like, why would you do that?
why are you practicing bad habits? Who is this person? Who's telling you to do that? And I'm looking like, man, this man Ken Wisenhunt. Because I wasn't doing it at first.
Yeah.
And then Ken Wisenhunt told me to do it. So then I'm like, dang, do I snitch on him? Or what do I do? Because I'm like, if I snitch on him, now it's going to be bad blood between Coach Cowher and Ken Wisenhunt. You feel me? Now, Coach Cowher, I'm like, why are you telling Omar to do this? Da-da-da-da-da. And now Ken Wisenhunt going to be looking at me in the meetings because he's my offensive coordinator. Like, oh, so that's what we doing now. Like, you told him I said this and I didn't tell you to say that. So he going let me move to the side and get my battery down. Cool. So he kind of was like sabotaging me, telling me to do wrong stuff in practice. So now everybody looking at me sideways, and I'm like, dang, cuz why you doing that? And you know, and like he wouldn't really talk to me because they'll talk about all kind of stuff they'll talk about all kind of stuff in you hear me, Bidog?
Yeah, I hear you.
Hold on. All right, they'll talk about all kind of stuff. And I wasn't really engaging in it because it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Like, I can't talk about golf and I don't know nothing about golf.
Yeah.
So I would just kind of like write my notes, go do what I gotta do, and really wouldn't engage with them. But they were like, Omar, you play golf? I said, nah, man, I played one time with Colton Call on a little Boulder Green course, and that was it.
Yeah.
But they were talking about golf after practice, you know, and everything like that. And like he would like really kind of talk about the other quarterbacks and not me. Like, oh, look at this guy, look at this dude, look at this kid Wisenhunt. I'm like, looking at the thing, I'm like, but I think he couldn't really get rid of me because I had the highest QB percentage in practice and out of the whole entire preseason. So it was undeniable that I was one of those guys. Like, you couldn't deny that I put up numbers or I was a productive quarterback.
Yeah.
So it was just like I said, when he purposely told me to do the wrong thing in practice, it was just kind of one of those eye-opening things like, wow, like this dude really trying to sabotage me.
So like, how long were you able to how far did you make it with Steelers? Did you get through the season or were you?
No, I made it through like the third or fourth week. That's because Big Ben that's the year Big Ben had that motorcycle incident.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then he came back and it was me and Charlie Batch. I was like the second string quarterback then. And Ben Roethlisberger had appendicitis. So he came out with appendicitis and they released me for Brian St. Pierre.
Okay.
Who they cut like 5 times before that.
Yeah.
Like they cut him so many times, but that was one of Ken Wisenhunt's guys.
Okay.
I said, oh, I see what it is, because one of Ken guys, he want him to come back in because he really don't care for me.
Yeah.
So the following year, when Tomlin come in, all the dudes who I beat out, Ken Wisenhunt brung in the camp.
Wow.
I said, wow, it's so evident now. It's so evident. And, you know, and I went to Philadelphia, finished that rest of the season out with them. That was cool. Those guys over there, Brian Dawkins, Jeremiah Trotter.
Yeah.
Just that group of dudes were pretty good. Javon Curse was hurt then, but I used to work out. He was in there. You know, they was good. Palomalo was probably the biggest surprise type of dude that when I came into the league, because you know Palomalo's an animal.
Yeah.
Savage. Man, when he talked to you, you thought Michael Jackson was talking to you, bro. I swear to you.
He had a light voice.
Man, he had the light voice. He messed me up, bro. He's like, hi, how are you doing? Everything good? I said, no, Troy. You can't do that to me right now, bro. I look, step back, like, no. But he was like this big, you know, good dude, God-fearing guy, but that light voice messed me up, bro.
What was your contract like?
Once because I think I signed for like one something like, but after the taxes took like, I think I got like 80, 90 grand after taxes.
Yeah, man.
So I signed for like 120, 130, fifth round.
Yeah.
Signed a bonus, and I think I took home like 70, 80 grand. And it's crazy thing because like as soon as that happened, somebody stole my car. You know, the car I had up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody stole that. So I had to get the truck then. And I wasn't gonna get no truck. I was gonna thug it out in the Caprice. You feel me? I'm Gucci, like I'm straight. I'm 80 bands, I'm good. I'm just gonna thug it out with my baby.
Yeah.
Somebody stole that, and it just turned into a show. So it like I said, after that I went to, like I said, Pittsburgh. Then I got allocated by Kansas City Chiefs in NFL Europe.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm thinking, okay, bam, I'm on my way back. So I actually was starting for the Berlin Thunder. And literally 2 days before we left to go to Berlin, walkthroughs, bro. 2 dudes on the edge, a DN and a tackle. In walkthroughs, they switch positions. So, right, they playing. So you know how coach always say, no horse playing, gonna get somebody hurt. Guess what? That was me. Both of them dudes fell into my ankle, bro. Down the tore my medial, my ankle. So it was my medial sprain, medial tear in my ankle, outer tear, high ankle sprain, knee sprain. Like 200-300 pounders fell into my leg. Stepping up into the pocket and walkthroughs.
Wow.
Walkthroughs. So you know that was I cried then. I ain't gonna lie to you, because I knew I felt like I was on my way back. Like, I'm starting for Berlin, for Kansas City, and that was when Herm Edwards was there.
Yeah.
So I felt like
this is your time.
This is my time. And 2 dudes playing on the edge, jacked it up. I missed the whole season. Missed the whole NFL Europe season. As soon as I got healthy, they cut me at Kansas City.
Man,
it's crazy, bro. It's just so much nonsense. And yeah, man. So
what was your psyche like after that? You know what I'm saying? Because now that following year, NFL Europe is gone. Because my year I came out, I didn't have an option to NFL Europe. All that was gone. I mean, Arena, that first year I came out, they was making good money. But then that next year, I was about to sign with San Jose SaberCats, and the league folded.
Oh, man. Same thing here, bro. Like, I was with the SaberCats. My cousin was playing with them, Jason Geathers, who played with the UM.
Yeah.
He played for SaberCats. And I went out for a workout with them, and I did good with them, but I came back. And I actually signed with Tampa Bay Storm.
Okay.
Nice little contract, because, you know, the Arena boys, they were making good money.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And actually, a lot of people didn't even want to go. Like, some of them dudes, they rather play in Arena than the league, because with Arena, they pay for your housing, and you get your check, and it's only for, you know, a certain amount of time. So, like, when you're in the league, like you one of them first year guys, you got a real contract, you got to pay for everything.
Yeah.
And so,
Daddy, on YouTube.
You on YouTube?
Yeah.
Turn it down. Go in the living room. So yeah, and you know, that was one of my things too. Like, that folded. So I think it was folded like 2009. 2000.
No, I came out my last season 2008.
Right.
Because I was with Grand Rapids Rampage, and then that following year, yeah, it was 2008. Maybe 2009. It might have been 2009.
Yeah, so because you know what, I played in a league. No, it might have been 2000. It might have been like 2008 or 9. I don't know, because I played in Florence, South Carolina in the AIFA because the AFL folded.
Yeah.
So that was another shock to me, because I'm like, okay, boom, I'm on my way back again. We gonna, you know, Tampa Bay Storm, because like them boys are making 100, 200 bands. The quarterback in Philly was making a meal.
And then they was all connected to most part to an NFL team. So like if you was going to Voodoo, that was because when I was down in New Orleans with the Saints, the Voodoo used the same facilities. They was connected with the Saints. Dallas had the Desperados. Georgia had Atlanta had the Force. So it was like they was all connected. And then that joint went bad, man. There was no other outlet. Really, I mean, you could have went to Canada, but if you go there, you stuck until they let you go.
Yeah, and that's why I said it was just like one downfall after another. Like you get signed, and then the whole league for you, like damn, like the whole league gone. NFL Europe, the whole league gone. You know, it's like wow, like you know the struggle, like come on, man. And then like then I would go to like, and like even when this even confirmed that I was being blackballed or Ken Whisenhunt didn't like me because I went out to San Jose. And a coach came up to me, and the first thing out his mouth, I don't even know this dude. Why Ken Whisenhunt didn't like you?
Wow.
Really? And he just blatantly came out. It's like, man, he really didn't like you. I'm like, I did nothing to Ken Whisenhunt. I ain't say nothing wrong to him. All I did was come in and do my job. And I said the only thing I regret is not kissing enough butt while I was in the league.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
or as we can say now, politicking a little bit better.
Politicking a little bit better. Rubbing a little bit more elbows and mooshing. But back then, I'm 21. I didn't have that.
Yeah.
My mind wasn't really there. I was really focused on getting the job done. Yeah. I wasn't really in the politicking mindset. You know, I wasn't never in that environment. Because we had the politic at Bowling Green for real.
Real talk.
You know what I mean?
If you ball,
some other bigger schools, they do.
Yeah.
They do, because certain coaches gonna get them right, and if you hooked up with this dude, they gonna take care of you.
Yeah.
So they have that process. We all like Bowling Green was really, we had to really get it how we live. Like
facts.
Summertime, we had to pay for our own stuff.
Yeah.
Get our own job.
Yeah.
Like food, we had a little food trade, but it wasn't what they getting now.
Hell no. Because I remember my freshman year, we were struggling with them one serving going to McDonald's.
Come on, bro. The come up was you got to get a chick with a food card.
with a food card, bro. That's real. So walk-ons was eating better than us on their meal plan.
On their meal plan, like we really had to thug it out. Like you got a chick with a meal card, but you get lit.
Winning. So once all like, you know what I'm saying, all the league show, arena football gone, and you know what I'm saying, I'm not arena. Yeah, arena gone, NFL Europe gone. What was your mental state now? Like, far as life after kind of like football and the hopes of going to the NFL is now like dwindled away. What was your mindset? Did you deal with depression? Where were you at mentally?
Mentally, I really never thought it was over. Because I always played some type of football. You know what I mean? Like, even if it was at the lower level, my thing was keep film.
Yeah.
Like, keep film, because a lot of times it's out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
If you don't have no film for them, let's see my son trying to come in the background.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's trying to so, and that's the biggest thing, is film. If you don't have film, you can't give it to nobody.
Right.
And even like when I went to Canadian workouts, I would get slighted there too. And hands down, I had players, coaches come to me and say, listen, you the best quarterback here, they ain't pick you? I said, nah, man, like, it's like, what they thinking about? I said, bro, I can't control what they think about. All I can do is control what I can control. And it just always ended up like that with me. And it was even when I would go to workouts, dudes would see me and be like, hell yeah, we got Omar, we good, but I know I'm gonna get off now. And they would not go with other quarterbacks just to go with me.
Wow.
Like, they'll come up in line, they'll look down, and they'll be like, no, I'm good. I'm waiting next one. You know what I mean? Like, Omar going up next. And bust some money on the dime. And they never called me back. It's like, this is crazy. And so I knew it. I don't know who or what did the blackballing, but I don't know. But like I said, I never thought it was over. But I did give myself a time frame on 30. I said once I hit 30, it's a wrap. I ain't finna be one of these dudes finna be playing around till they 35, 40 and trying to come out of football and do normal life for now.
Yeah.
At 35, 40.
So now, post football, and you got your family coming up, saying your boys and all that. So what are you doing now these days down in Florida? What's your career path as of now?
Well, as of right now, I'm a public adjuster.
Okay.
So, just a little background about a public adjuster. We just basically fight for the insured instead of we fight for the insured. So the insured has an issue with the insurance company, then I will go to bat for you and make sure that you get all you can get in all the facets of the insurance, because we know a lot of people only think about the repairs.
Yeah.
There's also additional living expenses.
Right.
You have your contents. You have all these other things that we don't think about because all we want to do is get our stuff repaired. But if you have a damage to your kitchen and you have to go buy extra food, that's extra expenses, additional living expenses that we need to recoup.
Absolutely.
And get your money back. So, and that's where me working for the insurance company for like 4 years and seeing the disparity on lack of representation from the ignorant. I can't say that ignorant, but it's like we just ignorant to the whole process.
Yeah.
And just trying to help people get a better understanding of it.
No, I got you, man. So, like, if anybody in there, we may have listeners in Florida or just in general anywhere that may have questions about those services or your expertise, man, how can they reach out to you?
I have a website. It's Omar. No, it's firstchoice.com. Firstchoiceadjusters.com.
Okay.
So it's one ST on abbreviation, choice adjusters with an S.com, and then they can go and they can see, because I try to make it educational, to the point where people kind of can, if they have a question about a fire or they have different things, like some people don't even know the damage that they have in a house is damage.
Right.
And then you like little stuff under the sink where, you got, everybody have water damage on their sink. Where you see a little browning or something like that to the cabinetry, and that's water damage. Yeah. But what people don't think is, if it's water damage, you can get a whole new kitchen from that spot. Because once that stuff is damaged and warped, it's water damage, and you can't match cabinetry like that.
Absolutely.
So once that piece of cabinetry is gone, I have to get all new cabinetry because it don't match. And then what insurance companies would do, just plan on your, like I said, like normal people, like, hey, well, just give me something, just put my cabinet back. You know what I mean? And they'll just try to pay for that. And they'll give them a little bit of money and thinking, well, they did what they're supposed to do. No, they're supposed to give you a whole new cabinets because that doesn't match. Just like paint. You scratch one part of the paint and all of it the same color. If the rest of your house is the same color and it's all kind of continuous, then they got to repaint your whole entire house.
Oh, wow.
Just from one spot.
I mean, I appreciate you sharing that, man. And I'm glad that you able to, sound like you got a passion. So if, anybody out there, you listening to this and you got questions on, we always have natural disasters all the time and things happen all the time and we pay all this money out of pocket all year long for homeowners insurance and all these insurance, man. Don't play yourself. Contact Omar, man. Get some guidance. Reach out for his services to help you make sure that you and your family are protected and get all that you deserve. Omar, with a lot of kids coming up, man, playing football and that may hear this interview, man, that had their aspirations of being able to take it to the highest level. What is something that you would leave to them for those who are on this journey to potentially become future NFL players?
Simple. Do what you love to do. Don't do it for your daddy. Don't do it for your mama. Do it for you, what you love to do. Because anybody in any field Big D. I know he loved music. And he loved this. And like this, I knew what he was gonna be into.
Yeah.
It's either football or this. That's what you love. So like me, I had football, baseball, basketball, but I end up loving football because that's where I wanted to be. That's where I wanted to put the most work into. That's why I didn't mind doing the extra work. I didn't mind going to the field throwing passes. I didn't mind doing the foot drills. You know what I mean? Like that was nothing to me.
Absolutely.
Baseball, I didn't want to go out and put in that extra work. I didn't want to. No, I was good at it, but I didn't want to be out there hitting balls all day, doing this all day. I didn't want to put that work in, so I knew I wasn't gonna be good at it.
Absolutely.
So, as a kid, do what you love to do and kind of hone it down because as a kid, you can be good at a lot of things. And like even me as a 3-sport athlete in high school, it was hard for me to say pick just one.
Yeah.
But you have to think, okay, what do I love to do? What do I don't mind doing on my free time?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
What do I don't mind doing on my free time? That's where I'm going to go because my free time, that's when you put in the work.
Absolutely. Man, you know what? Oh, I appreciate you, man, coming on here, being transparent, sharing the journey, giving your boy the exclusive. So, so I know a lot of people want to tap in because they never got the chance to hear this side and hear your side and the speculations, man. We definitely got to get together again, man, and link up soon, man. You down there?
Ain't no use of the D, baby.
Man, I hate that, bro. You was out here and I didn't even know, man. Yeah, I was here, bro.
Yeah,
man,
bro, I even worked in the oil field, big dog.
Ah, man. Oh, you was out here getting it.
Hey, boy, I was out there.
Man. But we gonna link, man. We gonna make this happen, bro. Whether it's me coming to Florida or you coming to Texas, you know what I'm saying? But we gonna have to link soon, bro. Hey, man, I love you, man. I appreciate you sharing your journey. And, we gonna link up. Hey, man, for everybody, again, who was listening to this podcast on Apple Music, Spotify, please go check out the video. I'm gonna have some dope pictures of Omar, man. You know what I'm saying? Some, exclusive pictures so you can kind of see his journey. Please, again, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe, make sure to rate. Mogul News Only, the podcast. It's your boy, Big D the Mogul, a.k.a. Suge Diddy. We out. Peace.
I need a meal a day. Gotta make me a meal a day. See, money it coming, then money it goes. I got me a meal to make. My mama, she hit up my line and she say, baby, I got some bills to pay. So I need a meal a day. Gotta make me a meal a day. I need a meal a day. Gotta make me a meal a day. See, money it coming, then money it goes. I got me